Hi, ArcfieldWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here. On Tuesday morning, May the 21st, we will focus in on a severe weather threat for later today into tonight across several states in the upper part of the Midwest, Wisconsin, Iowa, Illinois, down to Missouri. That could even extend to the east into the western part of Michigan, and tornado threat is also on the table. We talked in yesterday's video discussion about the surge of tornadoes over the last 3 or 4 weeks or so, from late April to right now, the current timetable here in the latter part of the month of May, and we are now at well above normal levels for the date this particular time of year. And unfortunately, we could add to those totals later on today and tonight, and even over the next couple of days, continuation of an active overall weather pattern. And this active overall weather pattern contains severe weather threats, and looks like that pattern will continue right into the end of the month of May. This is the total precipitation forecast map for the next 10 days, so it takes us right to the end of the month of May. The only region of the country kind of spared of any precipitation around the southwestern states here, and that's not too abnormal for this time of the year. It's pretty typical that they're dry. A little bit later on in the summer season, we'll start to see a pickup in afternoon and evening thunderstorms in the southwestern states as a monsoonal flow actually kicks in the southwestern states again later on in the summer and into the fall. But look at this, across the rest of the nation, quite a bit of rainfall here in some of those high elevation areas of Montana and Wyoming. Still some snowfall to occur over the next 10 days, but 2 inches plus. All these areas in purple here. Here's the legend right here, and again, any area seen in purple suggests 2+ inches of rain over the next 10 days or so. A very active weather pattern, especially across the northern U.S. We'll go through the vorticity maxima, those areas in the upper part of the atmosphere where there's some rotation that leads to upward motion down at the surface level. A lot of activity across the northern U.S. over the next 5 or 10 days or so. Well, here's the very latest severe weather probability outlook by NOAA Storm Prediction Center. As we talked about yesterday's video discussion, those upper Midwestern states of Wisconsin, Iowa, Illinois, and Missouri were under the gun for today and tonight. And yesterday there was an enhanced threat that's been increased, also, as we kind of suggested yesterday, to a moderate threat. And this same region, Wisconsin, Iowa, Illinois, Missouri, definitely will be in that area to the south and east of an upper level vortex, where upward motion will be enhanced later on today into tonight, and that increases the chance for severe thunderstorm activity. There will be enough low-level wind shear for the possibility of some strong tornadoes to develop as well. Again, this threat could extend all the way east into Michigan. So again, this is the area of concern for later on today and tonight. And again, this severe weather threat, certainly you have to say tornadoes are on the table. Now we go ahead 24 hours. This is how it looks on Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday evening. Basically shifts a little bit to the south and east from central Texas all the way up to the Ohio Valley, even into the western part of the Mid-Atlantic region. There can be some showers and thunderstorms, certainly across western Pennsylvania, for example, later on tomorrow night into the day on Thursday. In fact, we'll go out to Thursday, and notice here, right here, there's a chance of some strong to potentially severe thunderstorms right along that I-95 corridor on Thursday, probably Thursday afternoon into Thursday evening, let's say from D.C. all the way up to Boston, even into eastern Maine. Meanwhile, still possibility of some strong to severe thunderstorms on Thursday down across the south central states. Now let's walk through the vorticity forecast map here from the 0Z run of the GFS. And again, these vorticity maxima are areas in the upper part of the atmosphere where there's some kind of rotation, some spin in the upper part of the atmosphere, generally associated with jet streaks. These are areas of enhanced winds in the overall jet stream pattern here, and they lead to strong upward motion down at the lower levels of the atmosphere. That in turn is where to look for clouds and precipitation. In this particular case, the possibility of strong to severe thunderstorms. Here we are beginning the day here on Tuesday. Notice this trough out here, what we call a trough, out here in the upper part of the atmosphere, out across Wyoming and Montana. We'll just move forward here a little bit and look at this. This is a very impressive upper level feature here, right here, as of early this evening. And at times we've talked about negatively tilted upper level trough. That is when that trough axis kind of is oriented from northwest to southeast from the origin, from the upper level low, and that really is in a strong phase when you have a negatively tilted upper level trough. And let me clear the deck here and just point out that all this will lead to very strong upward motion right in this part of the nation, and that is why Wisconsin, Iowa, down to Missouri, portions of Illinois, and even potentially into Michigan, under the gun later today and tonight for some strong to severe thunderstorm activity. And again, unfortunately, tornadoes are on the table. There can be some strong tornadoes with this kind of an upper level pattern here setting up. And we've talked at length in recent videos about another ingredient certainly playing a role here is the continuation of those colder than normal air masses dropping south and east across the northern U.S. and interacting with warm and humid air over the heartland, over the Mississippi Valley region. Today, the upper part of the Midwest will be in that clash zone or battle zone region here. Now, we'll push forward here, and that main upper level feature, that main vorticity maxima, pushes up by tomorrow midday into south central Canada. But look at this, right on its heels, another strong system diving into the Pacific Northwest, and that just continues to move to the east across the northern plains. Again, we'll have to watch out later in the week or even into the weekend for some more possibilities of strong thunderstorm activity. Let's push forward here, and on the heels of that, yet another strong wave of energy here by the latter part of the upcoming weekend into the early part of next week. This is the Sunday morning forecast map. Kind of takes the same route from the Pacific Northwest right into the northern plains, and that keeps a very active weather pattern. Now, this particular feature then, instead of moving up into Canada, kind of slides to the south and east, as we see right here, into next Tuesday. This is a week away from today, and this spells trouble, potential trouble, right in this part of the nation early next week, potentially just in time for the Memorial Day holiday. Somewhere in this area here early next week, let's say in the Monday, Tuesday time period, there can be kind of a significant rain event, maybe some strong thunderstorms as well, given the fact that this strong upper level feature kind of dives to the south and east right into the Midwest by early next week. This is a week from right now. Next Tuesday, May 28th, and of course Monday, May 27th, is Memorial Day. So we'll have to watch this part of the nation in the Monday-Tuesday time frame. Now let's push ahead here with the surface forecast maps, again using the 0Z run of the GFS, a conventional version of the GFS. First of all, notice blue showing up here, Wyoming, western half of Colorado, cold enough for snow still as in the latter part of May. And again, this is one of those ingredients with cold air dropping south and east across the Rocky Mountain states right into the middle part of the nation. At the same time, we have this warm and humid air flowing northward right into the Mississippi Valley, into the upper part of the Midwest, out of the Gulf of Mexico into this particular part of the nation. So you have the cold and dry air plunging to the south and east, and warm and humid air, and hence your battle zone region right in here. And that is again going to be the pattern later today and tonight. Now let's move forward here, and here's that surface system by midday, and then finally by late afternoon, early evening, an intensifying surface low. That is not good news. That is a classic ingredient for the potential of strong to severe thunderstorms. So you have at least three classic ingredients for strong to severe thunderstorms later today in this part of the nation. intensifying surface low, strong upper level vorticity max moving right in this position to produce some enhanced upward motion, and the clash of those air masses with the cold dry air dropping to the south and east, interacting with that warm humid air flowing northward from the Gulf of Mexico. So again, this is the area of concern later today into tonight, and it certainly can extend into Michigan. This is the area of severe thunderstorms and, again, tornadoes on the table as well. Now, let's move forward here into the day on Wednesday. Again, that severe weather threat will shift a little bit to the south and east, and we'll have to watch this particular boundary zone here. It's from a frontal system that is sliding slowly to the south and east midday on Wednesday into Wednesday evening. Again, this is the area that could be of concern for possible severe weather later on tomorrow into tomorrow night, especially down here across Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. Let's continue to push forward here into later tomorrow night. Some showers and thunderstorms will pop up later tomorrow night in the Mid-Atlantic region. Some of those storms can be on the strong side, and that threat along the eastern seaboard will continue on Thursday afternoon and evening. Here is basically a stalling out frontal system, still with some support from the upper part of the atmosphere. This is the forecast map for Thursday evening. And again, there can be some strong to severe thunderstorms, let's say in this part of the nation later Thursday into Thursday night. That could even extend all the way up into Maine. Now, I mentioned this stalled out frontal system. Let's move ahead here a little bit, and here we go into Friday. Basically, there's kind of a washed out, a stalled out frontal boundary zone right in this region right here by the time we get to the end of the work week here, and that frontal boundary zone will allow for disturbances to ride along this upcoming weekend. So it looks like quite an unsettled period for the Midwest, for the Mid-Atlantic region, later Friday night, and certainly Saturday, Sunday. And then we'll take a look here at Memorial Day. Very unsettled weather pattern, Midwest, Northeast U.S., Mid-Atlantic, Northeast U.S. Here we go. Again, threat of showers and thunderstorms probably late Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with that stalled out frontal boundary zone. Here we go now into Sunday night and Monday morning. Look at this. Again, keeping in mind that strong upper level feature did not push north and east into Canada. It's kind of forced by high latitude blocking to drop to the south and east. So that puts this whole part of the nation in jeopardy for Memorial Day holiday here. This is Monday morning, May 27th, strong surface low. Let's push that a little bit farther in time and see that, again, this could play a big role, and really it could extend all the way into Tuesday. This is a week from today. Again, that upper level feature at this particular time, next Tuesday, centered right over this part of the Midwest, surface low associated with it as well. So very unsettled weather pattern setting up for the Midwest all the way to the Mid-Atlantic region for later Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, potentially Tuesday as well. And in the short term, we have the severe weather threat later today and tonight, places like Wisconsin, Iowa, Illinois, Missouri, maybe even Michigan, and unfortunately tornadoes are on the table. There could potentially be some strong tornadic activity later today and tonight, given the fact that we'll have some low-level wind shear mixing into the equation. A lot of ingredients are coming together for that severe weather threat, again, later today and tonight in the upper part of the Midwest. That's it for now for ArcfieldWeather.com. This has been meteorologist Paul Dorian.